Well, hello everyone. It's been so long since I've recorded in this space, and I'm excited to be back in this space. It's actually comfortable. I needed to get another chair. I needed a chair with the back. Got my hair done. I already know the color is going to trigger some people. I don't care. But I'm here to talk about the NFC West because it is now time to talk about that division. I'm also sad that my series is coming to an end. I have grown to love talking about these. I've loved watching back the interviews before I make this little video to release. And so I'm kind of sad this is coming to an end. I have a couple of tricks in my sleeve. Don't really know what I'm going to do next, but I think I do, but I'm not going to say anything. But let me stop blabbing. Nobody cares about what I have to say. Let's talk about the NFC West. Just in case you're wondering, I'm holding my mic because my t-shirt is so flimsy. And every time I put my mic on my t-shirt, it does like this weird thing. So I'm just going to hold it. But, anyways, as I was saying, thinking about the NFC West, the interesting thing about the NFC West is I think all of us can agree that the 49ers are the team to beat. The 49ers just went to the Super Bowl. The 49ers really didn't lose anybody after their Super Bowl run. And quite frankly, they had a couple of guys that were hurt that actually didn't play in the Super Bowl that are actually going to come back. And I think they're probably going to make the 49ers better. And so they're the team to beat in the division. It's similar to last week. Kansas City is favored to win the division. But I think the other three teams are actually fairly interesting and how they're ranked, what I'm expecting of them, and just my expectation of what is going to happen this year. So obviously, I have no idea what's going to happen this year. But just looking at the draft, seeing some different moves people made, and talking to different people was super cool. I also want to say it's going to be super weird without Pete Carroll, but it kind of is what it is. It's going to be the same without Bill Belichick and the same without Nick Saban. And so, special kudos to all the women that joined me. Super excited that I was able to feature you, and I'm super excited that I got to hear your voice when it comes to football. So, as always, here's the preview of all the things that you're going to see this week. It's like you forget how good it is because you just never think about it. You're just
Yeah,
like, of course that guy's making plays. Of course he's making tackles.
yeah, and
Um,
you see the evolution of linebackers because when we started watching football in the early '90s, they would usually run three linebackers. Now a lot of teams are
mhm.
running two in that dime package. So you have to have linebackers who can cover side to sideline. They're literally taking one side of the field, right? So these guys have to be really fast, process information as they're seeing it in front of them,
Yeah.
dissect it, know what to do. When you have linebackers that can do that, like the 49ers have, I mean, it does wonders just for the defensive mentality.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't prepare you for this question, but what about the other guy that got injured? I think he tore his ACL. The guy that everyone's comparing him to Troy Polamalu. I cannot think of his name.
Oh, Hufunga?
Yeah. Is he back? Is he ready for like camp or is he
He won't be ready for camp. Of course,
okay?
he'll probably be there just doing, the things on the sideline they usually do, warm up and
Like
things
the
like that.
bicep? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but when we go into actual camp, like not OTAs, when we go into camp, I think he'll be
He should be
ready.
ready.
Definitely week one starter.
Okay.
Um, you know,
Yeah, I mean he's phenomenal. Listen, like
yeah,
got it. Like he'll
He,
be
he
fine.
is. He
Like,
is. He's
he's
very
phenomenal.
fast. He
Yeah.
digests information really quick, especially on that back end. And he can see things. But we
Hmm.
did in free agency, we did kind of show up the back end some. We picked up we picked up two cornerbacks, and then we also got another safety and re-signed a safety. We are
That. So shout out to every single woman that I have spoken with
Yes.
because you all did not disappoint me, and I kudos to that. I love a prepared woman. So let's hear it. Let's hear your thoughts.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, you want to make sure you're in order, before you come on
I know that's
live like
right.
this. So, yes. I do think that we did good.
Okay.
I do think that I think we went younger, and then I also think they went with trying to reinforce the defense. I think that that was an area in which that we struggled in.
Yeah.
And so I think that was important for us to focus on that.
Okay.
We also got a lot of Ohio State players, and I know Shauna's not gonna
Interesting.
like that. She's not gonna like hearing me say that. I think the Buckeyes are an amazing team, so I'm excited to have people come. I know that they did mention someone from Michigan. I can't remember who, but that's here nor
Eh,
there, but
yeah.
right. So overall, I do think that they did well. I know that we did get a really big lineman. Uh, uh, his name is Byron Murphy the second. He was
Yep.
Huge. So I
He's
was
the Texas guy. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know too much about him, but when I saw him and kind of understood what his position was and what he was coming to
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So
Yeah.
excited.
Receiver who's just a little above average, right?
100% agree. Yeah.
So you attack, you create a baseline of depth in free agency. You maybe pay a little more for non-premium positions because the overpay on that is less. But premium positions you build through the draft, and if you have to sign those guys in free agency, you don't go overboard. And I think Monty Austinfort, the Cardinals GM, is going by this playbook perfectly. The things they did, they brought in Sean Murphy Bunting, who's a solid cornerback, maybe a little bit of a spend on him, but he's a guy who we needed a cornerback badly. He'll probably be cornerback one for now until one of our rookies or younger players kind of works their way into being cornerback one, but he stabilized that room. So that's a great signing, right? The defensive interior line was a very, very kind of weak spot of our roster. A lot of injuries, a lot of marginal kind of practice squad-ish players. And what they did is they got guys, who had started a lot of games, maybe weren't elite, but were solid NFL players. And they signed like 3 or 4 of those guys, right?
I like that.
Right. They solidified an area of weakness. They brought in Jonah Williams, tackle from Cincinnati, not an elite player, but DJ Humphreys was injured. They ended up releasing him. So they have Paris Johnson Jr., who started all 17 games at right tackle last year, was early first round pick. So who you anticipate they probably think is going to be their future left tackle. Now, some people still think Jonah Williams.
Yeah, they're a scary team, and then we get a bye, so thank God. But it's like that first 5 weeks is going to be very interesting for the Rams. So I'm a little shaky there, but after the bye, I think we're clean slate. Everybody's healthy. We get that early bye, and we could just go on this, Super Bowl run.
Yeah. So you like early buys?
Kind of yes and no. In this situation, when you got like older veteran guys that are kind of coming out of camp a little banged up, get that early buy-in, and then let's reset and let's get together and get this ring.
Okay, that's fair. So that's the goal. So do you think it's Super Bowl or bust, or do you think it's like we have to at least get in the playoffs?
I think I hate saying Super Bowl or bust, but
yeah, because it's kind of dramatic. But
but I feel like last year, like if we didn't lose against Detroit, and I know I hate talking like this, if we didn't lose, but it was a great game. Shout out Jared Goff in Detroit, they earned it. I feel like we won that game. Nobody else is going to beat us. There was no way other than Detroit, knocking us off that we were going to lose in the rest of that way. Like we were a better team than the Bills. We're a better team than the Eagles, better team than Mahomes and company, however they pulled that off. And the 49ers, they were scared of us. They didn't want to see us. So they're thanking the stars they didn't see us. So it's like, I think we were the most dangerous team in the playoffs because nobody had us making the playoffs. And then when we did, they're like, oh, God, no, please, somebody knock them off. Oh, Detroit got them. Thank you, God. And, look how that came down. It was such a tough game to win.
The NFC West is similar to me as far as the AFC West in the sense of I don't know a lot about the teams, a lot about the GMs, a lot about the different things that are happening. So it was really cool just to hear from like different people. I will say that the Rams and the 49ers have obviously had this thing for so long. And so it was interesting to hear his perspective on the Rams. I will say it was kind of cool that we got to talk on Aaron Donald's birthday because it's Aaron Donald. And if you're not a fan of Aaron Donald, then I'm not a fan of you. As I always say, make sure you turn on your notifications. The video will release starting on Monday. I release them at 2 p.m. Central every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The way that they're released won't change. I was going to release the NFC West a couple of weeks ago and decided against it. And I'm kind of glad that I held on to it. And I'm now releasing it this week because something about these conversations make me happy. I don't know why, maybe because the people are amazing, but it was just a fun time doing this. So don't forget to turn those notifications on. If you haven't already, like this video, share it with other people. If you have people that love the NFL, share the videos with them and see what they think about the videos. But as always, I hope that you enjoy this entire week of the NFC West. And if you have any questions or anything that you would like to ask me, make sure you drop them in the comments below. But other than that, let's see what the NFC West has in store for us this week.